Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, it's the start of a fresh streak, potentially. Samson to Mother, also known as Uber Mom. That's, I don't want to say no problem, because I mean, like, in the modern world, who knows? Maybe it is a problem. On a streak of 0. I should take this opportunity to copy my save file, by the way, but hey, if we get one win, or a loss for that matter, I don't mind copying the save file on 1. It's 18N1CY47. It's mostly, as I remember, going to Uber Mom, which means alt paths. It's just that I thought there was a button to copy it in-game, but it turns out the button to copy it is actually Control-C and Control-V in, you know, the Windows Explorer. That's not a problem. I'll have you know, I'm very familiar with command line prompts, so something like simply using, I mean, even using the file browser, if anything, I just feel like the extreme degree of cowardice. Like, I should just be doing, you know, cd ... mkdir, tboi_saves, you know, you get the idea. npm space init, look, it's been a while since I used Node.js or Angular, so forgive me on that one. And I know, you're saying don't go in here. It's too risky. Guess what? Risk is, in some ways, my middle name. I'm willing to go down to, you know, 1 HP just to have 9.5 damage. That's just the kind of guy I am. Whoa, I got a little spicy there, but life goes on. Okay. It's not XL, right? It's just Cellar 1. So we know our first key, no matter what, needs to go to... Ooh, okay. It's not good, unfortunately, but it's interesting. I said it'd be interesting. Champion Haunt, a little spooky, honestly. But your Spider Hunt, no one to remind you. You got no wheels to remind you. Spider Hunts. That's a reference to Silence Kit by the Slacker core band Pavement, in case you're curious. Marbles. Spawns. It's just like. Look, let me caffeinate here, okay? I think you gotta do better than that if you want me to get rid of Child's Heart here, which is an actually, like, good trinket. Anyway, how am I doing? I'm doing well. It feels a little strange to be able to banter so early after a Tainted Bethany run where nothing made sense. But honestly, feeling good. It's who would have thought, right? You know, the long weekend happened. And then I came back yesterday, which was Tuesday, and I'm like, I had an awesome stream. I felt rejuvenated, and played some new games, brought some good energy to the stream. I thought, at least it was a good time. What did we play, by the way? Well, first off, no offense taken that you weren't there watching. Oh, NL, please, I was at my full-time job. It's fine, you know. Some people don't have the amount of dedication it requires to be an NL fan and keep up with the 75 uploads a day. I understand. I think we're still better off here as we head to our next floor. The only question that I have right now, this is probably a secret room. This could open this thing wide open. I kind of want to... and we got to see what we get here. Okay. No thank you. So many, like, dubious trinkets. And, okay, it didn't really turn out super well. I thought maybe we'd have the ability to go to the Curse Room. On the Curse Room, we could play the Demon Judgment if we just got a little bit of extra HP. Use that Demon Judgment to maybe get some gulps in here, and then we could take some of the trinkets with us. Do not be... There's a golden fallacy, and it's at play right here. Do not be tricked into thinking that just because the trinket is golden, you must take it, okay? Regardless. We played... By the way, I'm being facetious in case it's not abundantly clear. I resent feeling compelled to make that distinction when I consider it to be obvious. However, sometimes it does bear mentioning. right? Right, and our first key can't even go there. That's, keep it in mind. We played the new Vampire the Masquerade Battle Royale, and it's not particularly good, but it's also kind of fun in the same way like all Battle Royales at launch are a little fun. You know, before the meta comes out to the extent that you're getting picked off from across the map by people who dedicate their entire lives to playing the game, or just have a built-in advantage because they still have, like, you know, teenage and young adult reflexes. Well, there goes my deal with the devil, and the worst part is it's completely my fault. The fool. Just one key. I know you wouldn't screw me like this on our first run of the streak. Little perspective streak, let's be honest. And then, we didn't just play that, because eventually, of course, you know, as with every BR, you just play it until you get so frustrated you never want to see it again. We checked out some crossword puzzles. We checked out a little roguelite deck builder auto battler. 3 words I'm a fan of, called Hadean Tactics. That was really fun, too. We played a GeoGuessr, except it's food game, where you had to guess where foods were from based on a picture in the ingredients. It was a good stream. There we go. That's exactly... This puts us back on the freaking map, man. It was good, and I had a good time. Now, what am I going to play on stream today? I don't know. The Binding of Isaac? Maybe. Hey, I couldn't get away. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Don't hit me, okay? But yeah, it's been good. Happy to report I continue to use our new cast iron pan. People took issue, man. I can't... Look, I'm a bit of a firebrand on Twitter. You know, I'm somebody that courts controversy. I have a very incendiary opinions on the regular, as you're aware of. You know, I get the people going. It's kind of my thing. Consider myself kind of like the Kathy Griffin of YouTube. Either way, I mean, obviously I'm joking, but I tweeted, and this is another segment on the show we do a lot. It's NL's Tweet Corner. So on NL's Tweet Corner, I tweeted, cooking low-key kind of easy. The food does like 95% of the work for you. I've been cooking a lot lately, but I actually like completely agree with myself. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that my opinion that I espoused, I agree with. But people are always... I'm not saying it's impossible to, like, be such a good cook that, like, it's... You know, you deserve a lot of credit, don't get me wrong. And I don't think it's always, like, weird, you know, Heston Blumenthal, molecular gastronomy stuff. Like, you know, you sublimated, you know, carbon dioxide into some kind of... you know, tonka bean foam or something like that. These are all real words. I'm not... I mean, you see tonka beans sometimes in fine dining when people want to flex, especially in Canada here, because the tonka bean, I believe, is illegal in the United States. So anytime you eat it in Canada, it just tastes like, you know, kind of like a chocolate type thing. Anytime you eat it, the server gets to go, hey, did you know that's tonka bean? It's illegal in America. And everyone goes, what? Myself included, goes, what? Anyway. But, you know, for the most part, especially as a home chef, you know, there is an exception. But what I was going to say is, you know, when I cook dinner, I'm like, it's the food doing all the work, man. Like, I'm just along for the ride. I didn't raise the cow, you know, I didn't plant the potatoes or anything like that. I got the... Oh. Did I hit Q there? What happened? I'm very confused. I'm just kind of like along for the ride, right? There is one exception. Shows like, you know, the Great British Bake Off, the Great Canadian Baking Challenge. I don't understand how they do that. Like on Chopped or something like that, where they give them the basket of ingredients and then they figure it out. I think I could figure that out. I still think a streamer Chopped would be just about the funniest show on planet Earth. But you see stuff, you know, sometimes they're like, they have, you know, corn chips, polenta, you know, blank and blank, you know, dill pickles. And you're like, okay, well, I know what they're gonna do. Every single chef here is gonna crush up the corn chips. You know, they're gonna use that as a crust to go maybe around the polenta. And then the dill pickles are gonna make like a relish that goes over top of it, and there you go. You got, you know, deep fried polenta with a dill pickle chimichurri on top of it, right? On the Great British Bake Off, like, they just go, hey, make me a Napoleon cake, and everyone's like, oh, is that it? And I'm like, I've never even seen this thing before in my life, and you already, it's a 17-layer cake with, like, embossing on it. I just... It's incredibly... I don't mean like it's insane. I mean like it's incredibly impressive that, you know, the people involved in that show, the contestants just have, you know, enough of a home baker knowledge to do that. Because I would be like, are you in like a Faraday cage or something? Can you use your phone to look up what something is? Or are you just expected to know it? Because that seems... Come on, man. I really need this deal, dude. It seems unreasonable to me, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Chopped, you can just make whatever you want. I don't know, it's a steak with fish oil on it, you know? As long as it tastes good, it's okay, but they seem like big proponents of proper structure on the Great British Bake Off. I haven't been to the Alt Path in quite some time. This is a trip, man. I've lost so much more HP than I'm comfortable admitting here. Like, it's an embarrassment. So I think with 100% odds, you gotta use Mom's Bra. You gotta use your bombs. We got 2 left over. That's all we need. Look at that. Okay, experimental treatment. I'm gonna check here. Hold on. I think Gimpy is actually a pretty good play for us. And you know what? I'm not afraid. Just give me HP up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Happy to see it. Don't use your bombs. And don't, have we been to our item room on this floor? I don't think so. We gulped Child's Heart. That's actually good intel. Item room? Let's go peep this real quick. I will probably try those pills. I'm not afraid, man. I'm still unafraid. Check this out. That shot went too far. I don't believe you. Worth. I think that they screwed me on that Horf. I think it should have made it. I'm playing like day one Repentance right now. I'm a little embarrassed. Like, you should not be taking this much damage against the alt path, but I think we're getting our way out of it. Miter? Now, I don't know if Miter and Gimpy have like a synergy or an anti-synergy, but they do both do things that I'll be happy to see, I think. Let's check the card. The Hanged Man. May your greed turns us into greed, that's right. And then the Fool card. I could have sworn that I'd used that 20 times, but I guess not. I meant to. If it's any consolation, I meant to use it 20 times. By the way, the game, it finally achieved what it always wanted. You know, if you want me to never know where I'm going, that's fine. I appreciate you finally letting me know that that's your priority. I'll be happy to save my money, never buy Map Compass or Blue Map ever again. And remember, like, who caused this, because it was not me. Those were must-buy items in my old Farmer's Almanac. It is not me who changed on that one. That one's going to be you for sure. So just be careful, man. I do think that, like, what if we use the Hangman down here? I worry that it would just lose us our holy mantle. Like, I think I don't know if that's the case, but it does concern me. It concerns me greatly. Anyway, apart from that, what's going on? I gotta be honest, I keep, like, I go to Netflix to find something to watch, while I'm setting my videos, making thumbnails and stuff like that. And I keep defaulting to like one of two things, depending on, you know, basically whether my wife is in the room. One of them is, you know, well-regarded Korean dramas. We're gonna obviously take Temperance with us here. And I gotta tell you, I know that you're gonna laugh again at the name. But I finished the the drama DP about, like, you know, Korean army deserters. And I don't know why, I've always wanted to have this as a tag for a punchline. And the women who love them. But no, it was really good. I thought it was a very well made show, full stop. Maybe in the B tier overall. And I don't mean that as an insult, you know, like the A tier, you're getting into some serious, you know, highly regarded stuff. But I would recommend it for sure on Korean Netflix. And then also, by the way, when I say Korean Netflix, I don't mean you need a VPN. Like, it's just on Netflix, but I call it Korean Netflix for whatever reason, which makes no sense. Anyway, hold on. This is now important. This could kick this whole thing off, man. It didn't, but that's okay. Mom's Bra is still probably for the best here. I'm willing to spend a bomb to get closer to Bookworm, though. Also been watching those Untold Stories, as mentioned a few times in the past. They're basically just like, you know, sports events, but with context behind them. And the one about the Danbury Trashers, I think it's called Crimes and Penalties or something like that, is really good. It's a really fun watch. Highly recommended. But then the one that came out earlier this week about American tennis pro Marty Fish and his struggles with anxiety disorder, also like really, really good. They've been doing a great job with that documentary. You don't have to be into sports to understand it. Like, I don't know anything really about the tennis scene except for the fact that Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic are like the greatest players of all time and all exist simultaneously. Go ahead, make my day. Okay, they've consider my day made. That's fine. I don't like deals with the devil anyway. They disappoint me. So that's where I'm at there. Highly recommended. I'm negative on the Netflix selection much of the time. I got to acknowledge there's been a couple of things recently that have brought me back. Not to a huge extent, but a little. And I'm definitely. You know what? Screw you. We can live with this, I think. I'm also like, and people thought I was joking. I'm entertaining the thought of watching Survivor this season. And I gotta tell you why. Like, we're at the point, you know, it's still kind of like with the baby. It's still a little too early to really have a hobby. At least to have a hobby that it has, like, I don't know, I don't mean to be rude, but has, like, some merit behind it, you know? Or some nobility, maybe, is a better way to describe it. Like, my, I do like this, but we'll wait for a moment. My requirement, let's say, for what a hobby has to fit into the constraints of right now is, like, it basically needs to be started and stopped at a moment's notice. If I'm needed for baby-based duties. It preferably needs to not take me out of the house, and ideally it would be able to take place between the hours of, like, I don't know, 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. And if I can't be there for that time, then the ability to catch up at my leisure is nice. So, with all that in mind, I think you can understand why I seem to have found myself in a position where I'm like, hey, my new hobby is going to be watching a TV show. It'll change, by the way. We'll get more opportunities as the baby gets older, but I've been there, you know, when I'm 5, like, our baby is not 5, obviously, but, you know, when I was a little kid, everything I did, you know, had to go through mom and dad. Then, you know, you turn 13 and they're like, hey, slugger, you want to play catch? And you're like, frick off, Dad! Nobody likes baseball, Dad. I told you, it's all about slam ball on the Spike Television Network now. Comes on after Stripperella. Duh. Owned. We will take Marrow. We don't necessarily need to take it, like, right now. I think. But, yeah, and I saw people, and they're saying things like, lol, thinking that watching a television show is a hobby, and then, you know, you go check their Reddit account, and they got 17 posts on r/anime in the last 2 hours. Hey, I'm looking for something. Look, okay, I was gonna actually... There's a comment I legitimately read. Let's not go there. Anyway, lots of fun is what I'm trying to say. Hey, can you give me a rune out of this? I'm just saying, you know, it's, I got a limited... I'm being judged, and then when I judge somebody else, they're like, that's punching down. It's only punching up when I make fun of you. I don't know. I think it's pretty funny, honestly. 2 of spades. We probably use ace of spades than 2 of spades, but this sucks. Like, where do we do this, man? Where do we go now? A bomb for a bomb. Really smart play there. Well, honestly, here's what I think you do. I think you pop 2 of spades because we get 3 keys. And then I think you take ace of spades because you're going to get more than 3 keys. And we'll buy this. And we'll be leaving now. So yeah, I think I might watch this season of Survivor. I don't know. It seems to... What, 1 hour a week, kind of at my leisure, seems like a very good... pardon me, a very doable thing. At present. I gotta be honest as well, like, I definitely was guilty, and whenever I say, like, you know, oh, people without kids be like, blah, people with kids be like, blah, I acknowledge that when I say people without kids, I'm not really, like, trying to generalize the population. It's really, this is more like what my impressions were when I was younger, you know? Before I was in this situation, where you really realize, like, how much time is absorbed by this stuff. You gotta put a pause button in Dark Souls, okay? Like, I don't really get involved in the easy mode discussion, because I just don't care. I mean, like, I know it sounds rude. I think it's good for accessibility, and I don't think it diminishes, you know, my quote-unquote accomplishments in Dark Souls if there's an easy mode or whatever. Do I think that it, maybe... Oh, well, there goes my bone heart. Do I think that my own experience, if I played Dark Souls on easy mode, do I think that I wouldn't have had the same kind of experience from it, the same spiritual journey? Maybe, but that's my own personal thing, you know? It doesn't mean that, you know, somebody out there can't also enjoy the game playing on easy mode for a different reason, you know? You're very fast. Owns. Come on, man! I'm fighting for my freaking life here. I just wanna not lose my deal with the devil. Please, please. Look at this, he's going off, man! I can't get over there, but that means you can't get over... Oh my god, here it comes. Yep, there goes my deal with the devil. What's wrong with me, man? My brain is functioning at 0% capacity, for Isaac at least. For Banter, I think we're doing okay. Anyway, are we capable of fighting Ubermom on this run? I don't know the answer to your question, quite frankly. We'll probably try to use a gift on a secret room. Maybe we could get an R key and send this one into the stratosphere. So, at the end of the day, if they had, you know, an easy mode to Sekiro or whatever, what do I care? It honestly doesn't bother me in the slightest. I like playing those games on a higher difficulty level, but, you know, who cares? It really doesn't matter. I know what you're thinking. Why would you do such a thing? We got a Gimpy in there. Did you see that? Okay, hold on. This is why I wanted to do it. I felt like we needed to get to the... We're gonna die. And it's the worst part of this is that it's completely my fault. Oh my god, we're so lucky we were just standing slightly offset. Please. Okay, this is as good as it could possibly be right here. Thank you, Gimpy. Or the miter or whatever hooked me up there. I am genuinely, substantially appreciative. Thank you so much. Okay. But those games have gotta have a pause button, man. Before we had a kid, you know, the idea that, oh, well, you know, it's good for a game like that to not have a pause button, because I wouldn't want you to be able to pause and then go look something up on game FAQs or, like, I don't know, take a dump or something like that. Now I'm like, you gotta throw a pause button in there, man. That just seems like needlessly, like, that's like when somebody's like, I like spicy food, and then they order something that requires them to sign a waiver, right? It's just a masochistic, or I guess in this case it's more like sadistic, but, you know, nobody is like, hey, I really like spicy food. My favorite food of all time is, oh, the nuclear hot sauce from, you know, Tim's chemistry laboratory, right? No, you don't understand. You don't understand the nuclear wing where they serve you in a gas mask. Once you're a real chili head, you can really start to taste like the flavors in the pepper. There's actually like a nice smoky sweetness to it. Really? Is that why they have to turn the HVAC system on to like disaster prevention levels in order to serve it in their restaurant? Because it's got a nice smoky. You wouldn't look. I understand. Like if you eat just Tabasco sauce, you probably wouldn't appreciate something like this. But if you're a true chili head, then you understand that there's a nice kind of like smoky sweetness that comes with the if you can eat this, you get it for free type wing from Bob's Wing Hole. I don't want to be here. I don't know what this voice is either, but I kind of like it, honestly, because how could you could say anything in this voice, and how could anybody possibly agree with you? Because not only do you sound like you don't know what you're talking about in this voice, but you also sound like a little smug. Like it sounds, and you know what? It kind of sounds like you work at the Time Variance Authority. Maybe you're escorting the God of Mischief. Wow, Loki. Want to get some gluten-free pho down at the noodle hole, Loki? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. You're Asgardian. You don't eat pho. Well, more for me then. What is he talking about? What is he saying, man? So what happens when you're 27 minutes into a run, and you're here? Give me full health. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Really big shoe. Really appreciate that one. Why don't you turn me loose? I want to do it my way, or no way at all. We're going to sack up a little bit here. I want to use the... You know what? We should use the gift in the curse room, then, if we're going to do this. We may never get another deal with the devil as long as I live, because I'm bad. Yeah, this seems sensible. I mean, my other hobby right now, like, it's no less valid than Survivor. Like, if you were to ask me, hey, NL, like, it's 2021, almost the autumn time. That's fine. What's your hobby right now? Like, what are you into? And I'd be like, cooking dinner. That's a big one right now. Let's go. I thought it was worth taking a stab to see if there's another one in there, but yeah, like I cooking dinner. I bought a cast iron pan, and as a result, that became part of my personality. We could have fished for that earlier, to be honest, but so like that plus watching Survivor, man. I don't know. I haven't seen a season of Survivor since maybe like season 3, so I think that's literally 40 seasons ago. But could be fun. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, look. People like what they like, alright? I like some good TV. I like some trash TV. I don't think Survivor's necessarily trash TV. The Bachelor is trash TV. And by the way, no disrespect if you're into that. You know, because I've watched a lot of 90 Day Fiancé, which is actually, like, even worse. In terms of trash. I'm over, I guess. I was gonna say I'm over being judgmental about people's entertainment choices. Then how do you explain all the jokes you make at the expense of anime? Well, that's because the people criticize me, and then I go into their post history and then I find something to latch on and make fun of. Okay, that's why. I'm not afraid. Don't. Thank you. Okay, I will be leaving now. We did get a tinted rock. I mean, I'm giving it my all. We got 2 tinted rocks. Ooh wee. I mean, can you blame me? This is probably idiotic, and yet here we are. Like, I feel like we need something, man. I'm going for it. Like I said, I'm fighting for my freaking life out here. Why would you take Forgotten Lullaby and, like, be excited about it? Please, please! I shouldn't. I really shouldn't, but I just had a feeling that they were, like, you know, just a kiss away. Another tinted rock? No? Okay. I mean, we did manage to smelt some... We do be smelting, though. Have you noticed that? We do be smelting. Unfortunate smelting accident. Gold member, anybody? Let's take this. Hey, cool. We're 1 hit away from death. So I think we're gonna die, and I think it's all my fault. We're probably gonna die on our next room. We never should have done this. It was the most disgusting slurp of a coffee cup ever. We gotta fish for something a little bit more immediately useful. I mean, like the magnet tiers or whatever that... Oh my god, I just need a single bomb. I'm upset. The magnet tiers or whatever they're actually called. Or not magnet tiers, sorry. Well, that might have been Lodestone now that I think about it. Lodestone Creamery. Disgusting. Not on purpose, but disgusting. That's just not great, for one. But then the other part of that for me is... if it was the one that lets you get into curse rooms for free, it's fairly unlikely that that's actually like that. I mean, it's a little late, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Don't brimstone me, okay? Owned. You're so owned right now. I'm gonna win easily. Like, I'm not gonna, if we lose this run, which again looks fairly likely, I'm not gonna apologize for, like, leveraging the demon judgment. Because I feel like that was just a fun decision. Just because it didn't work out doesn't mean it wasn't fun. Hey, look, a demon judgment? What the heck are you doing to me, man? I'm assuming this is one of those rooms where you can just run. What the heck? Okay, I'd like to leave the room, please. Thank you. That's a tough one. That one was a little tricky for me. As a rarer room, I think. Come on. I would like the bombs. There's no doubt about that. How are you gonna get it, man? You can't get those. Are you crazy? The rich get richer. You need a bomb to get a bomb there. No! Demon Heart. Thank you. What the? What's happening? Oh, it's Monkey's Paw. Where's the invisible man? I think we hit him. I would like to dedicate this run to Monkey's Paw. Am I stupid? Like, what's happening here? I've hit you with, like... I feel like I've hit you with, like, 15 charge shots. Okay, we lived. Yeah, sure. I guess we'll fight. Really smart play. I guess we won't fight. I guess we'll go back and get some HP, hopefully. I'm getting mind flooded to the extreme. A bomb. A shop! Get frozen. Hey, 2021, don't give me greed at a pivotal moment challenge. They succeeded, by the way. I don't mean to be rude. I don't know what we're gonna do here. I don't know. First we're gonna work our way back. A library! This actually could win us the run. That's Book of Shadows is of an insane degree of importance. 2 familiars, you know, temporarily. I just wish they would make the familiar hold the knife. That would appeal to me. We got some batteries in here. That's wonderful news. We're gonna do some rerolls. I don't think it's quite good enough. It's close, but we're fishing for true greatness. I don't know, man. Like, I assumed, whether correctly or incorrectly, I assumed that chocolate milk technology was, like, kind of not bad. I have no evidentiary basis to back it up. But I'm starting to believe that I can pull us out of this one. I definitely do not look at it as if it's easy. But I do look at it as if it's possible now. I'm hoping that's the case. I mean, we definitely should have died. Much earlier. Horf. Okay, hold on. Perfect Horf. Incoming. Nailed it. That was not what I meant to do, but that's okay. We get the damage bonus. We should have died much earlier. Health down. I really appreciate that. I'm not saying I'm playing the greatest run of all time. Like, that would be misleading. All I'm saying is that if I gave you the middle finger right now, I would not be in the wrong. You would be in the wrong. IMO. Oh, no, 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 no. I owe my current position to the fact that we lost deals with the devil we never should have lost. But there is like a secondary element, and I very much appreciate that. Now that flies in the face of what I'm about to say. But there's a secondary element of, like, demon judgments have ruined my life here. Whether or not that's their fault, you know, I leave that for the scholars to come up with. This is probably the easiest boss we could have asked for. That's not to say it's easy. It ended up being really easy. Okay, there's some stuff here, okay? Closer to the Guppy transformation. Free spider mod. Not bad. I don't think we can take a theme. Well, what do you think? What do you think, Tomo? Is this one doable in the slightest? Maybe? I don't know. Keep in mind, we still gotta find a way to get through the floors leading up to Ubermom, and then Ubermom. I would say I'm somewhat pessimistic. But you know, the technology here is doing some work. I'm just trying to... I don't know if we have a realistic way out of this, man. Whatever. Anyway, who cares? It's Isaac. I'm already... First off, I love Repentance. I've been having an awesome time with it. But in my head, I'm already eating the crispy chicken breast with the potato salad that I got sent for lunch this week. Oh, man. Oh, man. I just don't want to press the button. We got a little lucky there. But yeah, it also, it feels so weird, man, like that it's a Tuesday, or it's a Wednesday today. See how weird it is? I even got the day wrong again. I mean, it's not a Wednesday for you. This probably is coming out on, like, if I had to guess, I would say a Friday. Is that correct? If you're watching this the day it came out, is it a Friday? Regardless, it's one of those... I'm rediscovering all these feelings that I, you know, pretty much everybody had when they're on, like, a more traditional schedule. So why would you run there? We got lucky, but, like, why would you run there? Like, oh yeah, that feeling of it's been a long weekend. So either like you think it's Monday but it's actually Tuesday, or you think it's Friday but it's actually like Thursday or whatever. It's all coming back to me now like a Celine Dion song. Why wouldn't you use your spacebar item? Can we? I need like an intervention here. I don't know what they would intervene for. I guess like me playing like kind of a D-head. What's D-head, Papa? Sorry, dunce cap. It's dunce cap. Yeah, for sure, dunce cap. Okay, we got Mausoleum Mom. Are we making it through that? I think so. I think so. With Book of Shadows, I think so. I'll 100%, by the way, own the fact that I'm in desperate need of a win. When I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, and I win a Slay the Spire run on High Ascension, and I win an Isaac run, I feel great. Today, let's just say, has not been one of those days. You old piece. You gotta use it, man. So I could really use the Isaac win, in particular. How do you use a blank rune? I don't have a great answer to that question. I feel like we do have a deal with the Devil Chance, huh? I didn't know we would get one on this floor. I mean, if it's a Hagalaz, we want to use it right here, but who wants to use a blank rune as if it's a Hagalaz, you know? Even if you use it optimally, it's suboptimal because it's freaking Hagalaz. Nobody cares about it. What the? Okay. Blank rune? It's even better. It's Berkano. Hold on. Awaz. Might as well peep it. We're getting pretty lucky here. At least, you know what? Pair throw. That's Ansus. That's Berkano. We're still going. That's Awaz, inside of an Awaz. That's Algiz, and now we're toasted. But you know what? We got more out of it than I thought. D1 is really good, but we can do better. Give me metal plate. Are we really getting 3 items here? Glass can is not quite what I want it to be. We can't... oh, we don't have any money. Glass cannon is certainly interesting. The damage potential is high. So is my potential, I think, that I ruin my own run with it. Full health? Okay, wow, how about that? I think we blow this up. Golden poops? Oh, and we can only pick one, right? Okay, well, I just got confused, to be honest. It has been known to happen. Hermit. Fool. Neither one particularly incredible. I don't see this I see this as being the 45-minute loss, quite frankly. It pains me to say it, but I see it as a definite possibility. Full health pill? Yeah, let's take that. Actually, I'm totally wrong, by the way. A 45-minute loss would be kind of merciful right now. That would be... Now, please don't take that as the idea that I'm gonna toss this one in the trash can, because I'm fighting for my freaking life here. Whether or not I've been playing well, you know, the spirit has been willing the whole time. Please, I gulped. Okay, I don't even remember. I got 17 trinkets. I think it's just a guppy item. Give me the negative. We could use a static damage bonus, I suppose. Oh man, I just got hit with an otherworldly type of hunger as well. I don't know if we live in a world of 7 billion people, even though only about half of those people watch Isaac episodes on any given day. There's a lot of people out there, you know, so I don't believe I don't think anybody's truly unique in the sense of like, hey, does anybody else like experience this? Does anyone else have this habit? I believe that people are unique in the same sense that, like, you know, every human sentence that's ever been uttered is essentially pretty close to unique. You know, there's such a wide number of factors that for any one person to replicate somebody else's completely is very unlikely, you know? So I think everybody's unique, but no single aspect of any human being is unique. But has anybody else ever gotten so hungry they threw up? Or is that just, is that my DAE moment where I'm, like, convinced that I'm the only person that's ever happened to? I was, functionally useless as a middle schooler, and I acknowledge this. The first time I ever cooked a meal for myself was probably in university. I honestly think, like, but I gotta tell you, if you're getting ready, maybe next year or something like that, you're going to college, or maybe you just started this year. A lot of the things that people will tell you, like, oh, it's so hard, it's not actually hard. Like, people, they made it seem like doing the laundry requires, like, a college degree itself. Like, oh my god, he's never done his own laundry before. Yeah, it's not that. I'm gonna teach you a little secret, okay? You put your clothes in, like, the washer part. You put some soap where it says put soap in. And then you turn it on. You come back in, like, 50 minutes. And then you move that stuff to the dryer, and then you hit a button that says, like, dry. That's about it. It's not that complicated. The media has tricked people, or maybe it's just an antiquated setup, but do you need to separate your clothing? You could, but you don't have to, especially if you wash on cold water, and especially if you don't wear things that are, like, super white. Like, if you wear white t-shirts 50% of the time and you want them to say sparkling white instead of, like, more developing a dull patina, then you may wish to, but for the most part, you don't need to. Oh, right, you're alive. Moreover, like, you know how, like, in every movie and cartoon that's ever existed, whenever somebody does laundry for the first time, bubbles overflow the washing machine and then end up, you know, taking over the entire house. There's a really easy way to not have that happen. Use laundry soap. Well, I'm bad. On your washer. Don't put dish soap or, like, a bar of Zest into your washing machine. If you can accomplish this, you will not ruin your washing machine. I promise. You know, if you put Dove for Men body wash in there, I can't be held responsible for what happens to your washing machine. But if you use laundry soap, you're gonna be fine, okay? God, I hate this guy. But cooking is kind of similar. Like, I'm not saying I cooked the greatest meals of all time when I was in university, but, like, learning how to cook well enough that you can survive is not that difficult necessarily. Love this, though. Look at this. Love this. Go ahead. Make my day. Do you feel lucky, punk? Do ya? That was a pretty good fight, honestly. I need a great item, though. That is not good enough. Anyway, so I remember I was probably like 11, right? And I basically didn't even know how to make toast. Now, I feel like if someone had just taken the time, I'm not saying I was raised in, like, a derelict fashion. I really just think, if anything, you know, my parents and my grandparents, who I did live with for a while, under a shared family roof, I think we... yes! Eat it! I think, I don't know what our HP looks like, by the way, so this could be interesting, but, we do have the Bible. How about that? The Bible and Book of Virtues. We're Tainted Maggie? I don't think so. I just don't know what's happening. Anyway, I feel like my parents, like, you know, they in particular, and they did a great job raising me. This is just, you know, if I could go back with the benefit of hindsight, I would have, and it's easy to say this as the child, right? I wish that they had made me kind of take on a little bit more domestic responsibility at a younger age. I figured it out as I got older. And it's not like they were like, oh, we don't know how to vacuum. It's more like they were like, hey, let us handle that. you know, enjoy your childhood. So it's I do appreciate that, but at the same time, I guess you all the parts of the grass are always greener, right? So for me, I'm like, I wish that I had a little bit more domestic responsibility, so I didn't have to learn this when I was. I didn't have to learn so much of it when I was already an adult. And they're probably like, well, you know, we had to take on so much responsibility as kids that, you know, we felt like we didn't get to enjoy our childhood as much as we could. So, you know, at the end of the day, I would say they succeeded, because I did enjoy my childhood quite a lot. Anyway, long story short, it was like, you know, a summer vacation. I always relied on my grandma to make me toast. It's a sad story, right? She woke up a little later than me that day, and I remember being like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm so hungry. And then I got so hungry, I just threw up. And I don't know if that's even, like, medically... That's my diagnosis, right? Like, that's not a doctor said, yeah, he had, like, nauseous level hunger. I can't really hit you, so... You know, I'm really trying here. Because in my head, it sounds dubious that could ever be a thing, right? What is happening? But I'm feeling that right now. Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm pretty hungry. I hope I don't throw up. What is going on? I feel like Joe Schmo in the Joe Schmo show. What is going on? I don't even know what my HP looks like, man. Just help me. Please believe me. We have a charged shot, by the way. Oh no, it's Lil Apollyon. I mean, I don't feel comfortable calling for a win or a loss here. Okay, I'm gonna call a loss. This was a strange run. I'm not saying I had a bad time, just a weird one. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It's great. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya. See ya.